Sometimes when what you do for a living, whenever you own your own business, is kind of straightforward. Like, I have a counseling degree, I provide counseling, right? Like, sometimes we can get a business started without really building some of the robust skills that we need to keep a business going. And so then when we stumble into an economy like what we have right now, where a lot of us are flailing, especially those of us who don't take insurance, suddenly there's a sudden drop off because people aren't doing the discretionary spending, the spending on the optional feeling things. All of a sudden you're in a panic. And so what I'm seeing right now is people complaining, people getting paneled with insurance because they're scared, people shutting practices and going to work for someone else. And really, there is a way through. I always tell people one of the most important skills as an entrepreneur is the ability to pivot, to look around, to learn the lessons that need to be learned for this moment, and to consider things all anew and to shift to respond to what's happening around you. Now, I want to add here that I want to recognize that this may be a privilege for some of us. Whenever I talk about some of the choices people are having to make, it's because they have to support a family, or they're just at a point where they have to make some hard choices. And so there's no shade, no disappointment, not that, like, doing the hard thing is doing a hard thing, right? But if you have the ability, or if you're like me, I always joke, I'm absolutely unmanageable, so I have to work for myself, then of course we need to learn that skill of pivoting, and this group is going to be great for that. And so there's some trends that I am spotting, and that is one of the trends right now. So I'm here to help, because over the years I've been offering groups with the different elements of what I'm about to present. It was just offered in different settings, and all of a sudden I thought, oh, I have literally offered this skill set at different moments before, and so I'm assembling them all together. Like, I have literally, guys, studied with so many people in recent years, some of the big names out there, like Brian Moran from the 12-Week Year, or Vishen Lakhiani from Mind Valley. I've studied with a lot of people, and I can bring some of those things to you so that you don't have to go into that panic mode, so that you can learn how to do that pivot to keep a business going in the long run. I have been I'm a serial entrepreneur. I have run a yoga business, a yoga studio, that was a second business, and I have a counseling business and a life coaching business, and I'm about to start yet another business, just waiting for the right timing in the market. So I've been doing these things since, I think, 99 or 2000 is when I formed my first business. So I wanted to share this concept with you and see if you might be in, all right? So I'm thinking about an 8-week approach or an 8-meeting approach. The very first thing is going to be addressing the fact that so many of us go into business because we want to have a certain lifestyle, and then the business takes over, things like that, and we lose sight of that lifestyle. So I think any pivot that you make, you need to pull through the vision that you originally had, which is supporting the lifestyle you want. Like, if you want to be able to take a nap in the middle of the day, you should be able to do that when you have your own business, right? So the first week is going to be centered around a class that I've taught called an Intention Incubation Workshop. The idea is to explore what are the things you're letting go of, what do you want to move towards, what do you really want in your life to make your life really good, because we should build our business around that. Then the second week, after going through all of that and really getting centered on what we want personally, we're going to go into what I call leveling up or trending up. And this is something, like I said, I've offered all of these things before. This process is, as a group, looking around and spotting what some of the trends are, just like I just did for you. I'm spotting a trend that therapists are panicking right now and are taking a few different routes in that panic. All right, so we will learn how to spot those trends. We will brainstorm together what those trends are. And then we're going to start looking at what is in our skill set. For example, just like with this, I know that I've been doing a lot of studying with these big names. I have this stuff in my skill set. I can offer it to you. So we look at what's in our skill set where we could actually maybe adjust some things that were our previous standard of how we did business to address the trends we're spotting. All right, so that's week 2. Weeks 3 and 4, I intend to take the group through what I call a spotlight process. So everybody's business will take center stage at one point during those 2 weeks. And as you're helping others with their business, you're going to learn something about your own. So you're always helping yourself in this process. But we're all going to look at the specifics of one another's businesses in a way that you can handle. So don't panic. You present what you want to the group, and you ask the question you want to of the group. And then the group is able to brainstorm and reflect and say, oh my gosh, I have this resource here that maybe you don't have, and I can connect you with this person here. And so you're able to take everyone else's perspective on your business and on these trends you're noticing and expand where you may have been limiting yourself because of this spotlight process, all right? Then in the 5th week, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think that's the 5th week if I'm counting right. I actually have gone through a lot of AI trainings, and I know AI can be a dirty word in healing circles, especially with counselors, but AI is really good at spotting trends as well. And so there's certain elements of what we're going to be doing in our self-reflection and in these group things that we're then going to take, and I will teach you the types of prompts to use because I have done this myself. And we're going to put it into AI. Of course, if you don't want to, you don't have to here. You can just see what other people are getting as results, and it might help you as well. But learning AI in this way is actually going to be so helpful because I'm telling you, your clients are using it. And if you know how to use it to help them to get the kind of results that they want, then it becomes a tool in your therapy belt, okay? Your client will be entering whatever the information is, so you are not violating their privacy. Likewise, I'm going to teach you how to do this for yourself, all right? So that's week 5. Week 6, after we go through all of this, we consider what we want in our life, we consider what the trends are, we consider how we can address them, we have people look in and help us brainstorm and get outside of our own limiting beliefs and our own box. And AI starts looking at it and saying, hey, here's some other things you haven't considered. This is another trend I've spotted. Then we're going to create our 12-month plan. All right, so we're going to come up with what are the top things I can do in the next year to get me where I want to go. The week after that, we're going to drill it down to a 12-week plan. How am I going to implement on the most important things in the coming 12 weeks? And then the last couple weeks of this group, we will take it down to a weekly plan. So I will teach you then how to take that 12-week plan into weekly implementation, always making sure that you have a decision process to choose the best things first. All right. So how does that sound? Does that sound like something that would be helpful to your business right now? These are all things that I am super good at, have been working with for a long time, and I would love to take a small group through this. I think I'm going to limit this group to 8 people. Raise your hand if you want to hear more, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.